that uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Hey, shout out to the hottest in the game, the hottest chat in the MFing game. You already know. A-side official, no negotiation needed, period. Shout out to Carlos Rosado in the building. Been a minute, brother. Hope all is well your way. You know what I'm saying? What's been going on? I've been busy as hell. Missed a few live streams. I'm pretty sure you heard about Showbiz and Bug going at it. Yeah. He blocked them. That was bound to happen anyway because, you know, when you get some type of support behind you and you just feel that you can really up the ante a little bit and start doing what hold on, start doing what other, you know, content creators are doing, is just taking shots at them and stuff, you know, just trying to build your channel. They say the man ain't hot, but every time I turn around, somebody trying to get in his business. You know what I'm saying? But good to see you on deck again. Let me get right down to it, man. I wanted to come back on here and kind of give y'all an update on what I'm figuring out about Teofimo Lopez. The fact that, you know, he wanted to, you know, speak on bananas and everything. Like I mentioned earlier, I wanted to talk about a place he don't talk about too much. He don't speak on. Pretty quiet. You know, when you want to talk about primates. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that in the sense of a country that he don't represent. I'm not saying that. It's just when you speak of the poverty aspect, you talk about outdoors. You talk about a country that's continuing to struggle to catch up to somewhere. Their dream is to come over here to the US. A lot of them. You know what I'm saying? But he don't talk about that too much. I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been over there before. I've been over there where they sell they have the tables out there with the bees for the tourists and stuff like that. Those little small narrow rural streets there, T.O. I mean, when you gonna go over there and show your people some love instead of talking about banana peels and everything? Have you been hit in the head too much? Where you just trying to go all or nothing? You know what I'm saying? This is, look, for all of you that's up here trying to say that it's a race war and all that, man, get the fuck out of here. They tried that already several times. And you know who was trying to fuel that fire? the YTC. That's all. If you have more Hispanic, fighters in the sport of boxing than blacks, how can you start a race war in boxing? That's just stupid. Your main person, your main fighter that they wanted to get out of the sport of boxing, and due to his age, he's still not done. But he did suffer his first loss in February. Was Deontay Wilder. That was their main target when it came to black fighters for a very, very long time. Now I guess they have redirected their attention to Bud Crawford, who what? He only has a couple more years, a couple more fights left in the sport. So they're directing their attention to Terrence Crawford. But the difference between, Terrence Crawford and the ones who's chasing him is that that's what they're doing. They're chasing. They're chasing someone that they deem not important. But it just it gets you confused sometimes on the trash that they try to dig up. And they always have some critical to say about his resume. This is the streets of Honduras. You know what I'm saying? This is the streets of Honduras. I'm pretty sure some areas over in the U.S. that looks just like this. But I'm just saying, why don't you allow people to see the inner city, see the regular roadways, you know what I'm saying, the potholes, the small dwellings. Why don't you talk about this instead of why don't you speak about how a lot of Hondurans are trying their best to get over here on U.S. soil. They have to go through all these different, hills and, transportation, trying to slide in here, slide in there. Why don't you talk about how it truly is for those who are able to come over here from Honduras, El Salvador, you know what I'm saying? And all those foreign countries to come over here and just find work doing anything. Why don't you focus more on supporting your people instead of trying to dehumanize, you know what I'm saying, other people, or trying to drop racial epithets towards other people? Why don't you just focus on your country and your people? You know what I'm saying? Show the world. Don't be ashamed. Show the world. You know what I'm saying? When I was over there, yeah, you had to get used to a different type of, food vendors over there. It's not your usual if you was in San Diego or you was in Louisiana, or you was in just California in general. It's just a little bit different. The parades you used to going to over here, you know what I'm saying, in New York, Georgia. That's much different from over there. I don't know why Teofimo is not on his best behavior to rep his country. The roots that he has in Honduras. Why don't you show them off, man? Real talk, show them off. Let them see them one lane highways. What's wrong with you, man? Your people struggle each and every day, and they're some good people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking them. But you are not a good representation of what you should be when you have a country over there that's still trying to catch up to where we are over here. You know what I'm saying? That's taking the lower end of any job possible for labor. It happens all the time. Your women hoping and wishing that they run into somebody that's in the U.S. military or someone that has a good job that's over there, from the tourists, and establish a relationship in hope of somehow getting their green card and moving over here to the U.S. to bring the rest of their family. That's what the hope is. That's what the hope is. Real talk. You don't want to talk about it, but that's pretty much what the hope is, that T.O. When you want to talk about monkeys, you really start to wonder, right? Where's all this coming from? Why is T.O. trying to be controversial again, and his target is blacks. Blacks is never an easy target when it comes to figuring out who really has the problems. You know what I'm saying? I would never want to be any other race except what I am. I wouldn't want to be. No matter what the criticism is, you live long enough, you learn to in certain cases, only the strong survive. So you learn, different areas of who you are as a person. If you're a black man walking around in society, you learn. You learn certain things to expect. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people that talk about blacks in general, they truly will want to be accepted to be black. It's funny how we're the only race that is criticized without even saying a word. You know what I'm saying? We can be extremely rich or extremely educated or whatever the case may be, but just based off our appearance, there may be someone that say, no, he looks like a shady character. Watch yourself. Be very cautious. Be very cautious. You got your phone out? Hit 911 on the speed dial. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's plenty of my brothers will relate to what I'm talking about. But at the beginning of the day, a lot of us are willing to educate lost souls like Tio. If you look on this thumbnail, right, you look at a man that's struggling to be relevant in life. This man has taken a lot of punishment in his short 27 years. He's 27 years of age. And if you look at his professional, when he started to so-called step up the competition, he's taken a lot of punishment, man. You can tell by these pictures right here and these different fights, he's taking some punishments. God damn it, your eyes swell. If your opponent blow in your motherfucking eye, that shit swells up. You've been in several fights where both of your eyes was freaking swelling up, man. Looked like you ran into like you went to a Errol Spence goddamn seafood special, all you can eat crab leg bro. And you had an allergic reaction. It just looked like you trying to convince people that you have it all figured out, but you don't. These pictures right here tell you that you're gonna be out of the sport quicker than what you think. Because you have taken a lot of punishment up to this point. And we may be seeing signs of that punishment from a guy who's very loopy. Teofimo may be very loopy at this point. Allegedly, he might be, having early signs of CTE. Who knows? Allegedly, possibly. Or maybe it's just chronic retardation, just chronically doing shit for attention. Like you have, uncontrollable ADHD combined with retardation, combined with, acting like an idiot, no self-control. A lot of those areas of concern. I've deemed Teofimo Lopez, as much as he's taken his punishment in his career, he's the modern day century Bob, y'all. He is the modern day century Bob of boxing. Every time you turn around, this dude's eyes are swelled up. He's bleeding. Every time you turn around. And these are not just the top-notch opponents that's doing this. These are considered opponents that don't supposed to be on Teofimo's level. They don't supposed to be on his level. They supposed to be, somebody that's just a notch below the former franchise undisputed. They supposed to be a notch below, and he goes in there and allow these cats to shine. He allowed the Jermaine Ortiz to shine. You know what I'm saying? He allowed Sandor Martin to shine on him. Seriously. He allowed Claggett to shine on him. He allowed Kambosos to shine on him, bro. When are you going to be able to go in here and get your complimentary one knockdown and your opponents go the distance and you're making 30, 35 million. That's what you need to be focused on. You need to be focused on stop being beat up, taking all this punishment, and stop trying to get attention at the expense of black people. That's not going to get you any further in boxing, man. Like, say for instance, why don't you try to go through your own people? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with your own kind that you got to focus on black when it comes to derogatory comments? Why can't you just find something that's important with those other Hispanic fighters to help them get where you need to be? That's all I'm saying. Help them get where have them help you get where you need to be so you can be a little bit happier, you know, so you can get your mojo back, get that hunger back. Getting with Eddie Reynoso is not the answer. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to steal spotlight. You're trying to clout chase multiple people at once. You're trying to clout chase, and not trying, you are clout chasing Crawford, right? You clout chasing Ryan Garcia's fame because he's been getting more shine than you. But who you really want to be in the spotlight, now you're going over there for Canelo because you think you want to ride his cape until he knocked the gloves and retire. And now you believe you're going to be the next one in line getting those $30 to $35 million paydays. Based off what? I mean, based off what? How you plan on taking that? How you plan on stepping to the throne without earning it? Nobody's going to have you at the top of the pound for pound list if you can't perform. Are you looking at yourself in this thumbnail? Are you looking at yourself, bro? Just think about that. Just take a peek, bro. You've been in some fights where you was crying, weeping, breaking down, teary-eyed. I want to say you should try to, get your team together and see if Kleenex will freaking sponsor you or something. You know what I'm saying? Any brand of toilet paper, dinner napkins, any type of damn paper to wipe those freaking tears away. And if your eyes start to bleed a little bit, just be able to grab some immediately and dab it dry. Why don't you do that, T.O.? You know what I'm saying? Then you'll be able to, when you're up there getting your potassium, eating those bananas, you can just wrap it up in that paper and throw it in the trash. Nobody's chasing you, brother. Nobody's chasing you, bro. You are suffering from something. You are the modern day Century Bob of boxing. Every time you see T.O. in a fight, he's getting beat the fuck up. And he's only 27 years old. You are getting beat up. You're going to be no good in 3 to 5 years. And you're only going to be right below 30, in your low 30s. You're going to be no more good. And then you're just going to say, fuck it. I already got multiple losses. Let me go in here and just become a journeyman. Who would have thought that WCS would call T.O.'s career in 2024? Looking at how he gets beat up 27 years of age. I say about 32 years of age, if he continue to fight the way he's fighting and getting touched up, he's going to be no good. He's already been on the canvas early in his career. That's why I don't sweat what T.O.'s talking about bananas and shit, because obviously every time I see him fight, it seems like he's slipping on a banana peel. He's getting off the canvas. The man stay on the fucking canvas. Did the referee check the area? Was there any banana peels, that he slipped on? That man stay on the canvas, bro. Seriously. Bug gonna stop Canelo. What's good? What's good? Salute to you, brother. I see you. His bravado seemed to be a cover for some insecurities. Yeah, man, T.O. has a lot of internal issues that's going on. And see, yeah, people can get upset because everybody's age is different, right? I can't be mad at the youngins that's getting more upset about this than I am. Because, my experience when I was their age is different than their experience right now. For real. Because it's a lot that I didn't have that they have, that I didn't have to go through online bullshit like this when I was growing up at their age. We didn't have social media. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Being outside, you know what I'm saying, going to the malls, seeing women in their best light, natural hairstyles, you know what I'm saying? The beautiful aspect of life is just amazing. You didn't have motherfuckers on social media trying to wait and do a live just so they can come up with a motherfucking lie. We didn't have social media where you can just say, well, I'm just gonna send, do a live stream or create a video and put out some lies on somebody I don't like in school. No, whoever you didn't like, you pretty much sell it where you was at. Boxing was boxing. The only media that you had was what? Coming from the network itself. You know? I'm not saying they didn't have no video cameras back then, but still, there wasn't established platforms for mass media distribution from users. But the positive part about figuring out T.O.'s career is that you just have to pay attention to how he acts, you know, how people have told me um how he was acting like an oddball in so many words. When he was at fight cars and he wasn't fighting and the shit he was saying, he want to talk about God and all this scripture and shit like that. Just slowly but surely trying to work you over to the dark side. You know, just pay attention. These pictures that I got up here, they mean something. This man is in his 20s taking all this freaking punishment, and he better tighten up. He better tighten up. If he plan on moving up divisions, T.O. know he don't have a chin. He knows when he move up there to 147 pounds, he might have somebody like Blair Cobbs hitting with that left hand that he touched Adrian Broner with. You know what I'm saying? He stay skating. He stay. He got the Virgil Ortiz syndrome. He get knocked down first person. He look at the ref. No. He didn't hit me with a punch. Yeah, he did. He did. You keep on going in there fighting like you fighting 3 to 5 years, man. Your speech will be slurred, and you'll be forgetting shit. Don't worry about it, y'all. Just pay attention to the next 3 years of T.O.'s career. It's not so much boxing, his performance is going to be his downfall. It's pretty much what he can't control outside the ring that's going to bleed over and affect his performances in the ring. Watch what I tell you. That's what's going to be the kicker. That's what's going to be the effect when it comes to examining T.O.'s career. It's going to be outside shit that's bleeding over and affecting inside the ring shit, and his performance is going to have the results as they may. It's going to be up to T.O. to try to win over the fight fans and convince them that he's the next. And I can't see him holding down that spot. I can't see it. Unless boxing just dries up. Like to be honest, I watch a Bam Rodriguez, a Jess Rodriguez fight before I watch any of T.O.'s last fight. Even the Josh Taylor fight. I'll watch a Sonny Edwards fight. I'll watch a Juan Estrada fight before I want to see T.O. versus Josh Taylor. Hell yeah. I'll watch any one of those fights when you want to talk about Hispanic fighters, Mexican fighters. I'll watch Rodriguez fight any given day before I hit any type of freaking Teofimo replay in his last several fights. It's no way in hell. No way in hell, y'all. It doesn't take me nothing but a blink to figure that shit out. T.O. is playing a dangerous game. He know he has a suspect beard. He know his chin strap is always loose. He knows that. He knows that, y'all. But he's gonna pick the right opponent. He's gonna pick the right opponent to try to build him up. And that's what's going to expose him, continue to expose who he is. Because he needs a very big fight. And Crawford is not the big fight. To say that Crawford's scared of what somebody's do to you, dude, you haven't even shown anyone that you're on Crawford's level at all. You can't even go in here and make opponents or prevent them from reaching the final bell. Crawford at 147 was stopping fighters. And I don't think for 1 second he's lost his knockout strength, his knockout power. I don't think for 1 second. But when you move up to divisions like that and you want to criticize him for being old, you just think about attempting to move up to 154 and fight Crawford, who's already clean house and white glove the division at 147. You didn't do that. Devin Haney did, but you didn't. You left one out there. And you didn't have a chance to fight him if you was planning on fighting him because you lost your straps to Cambozo. So you couldn't even white glove the 135-pound division. And you're talking about Gervonta Davis? You sure you want that work? You sure you want to deal with an El Chin checker as loose as your chin strap is? You sure? Are you sure, big dog? You sure you want that work? Because let WCS break it down to the haters that's out there. They don't just have to be the Crawford haters. But let me just break it down to the haters once again, how Teofimo is going to suffer. Just think about what he hasn't done on pay-per-view. This man has had a couple of exciting fights. We'll say Richard Comey and Vasily Lomachenko, right? He had a couple of exciting fights. And he's yet to get on the level of a Gervonta Davis when it comes to pay-per-view. He is yet to get on the level of pay scale and fight pay-per-view as a Terrence Bud Crawford. The two very fighters that he was hating on and disrespecting. Teofimo is so far out. Just think about it. So far out, man. Do you remember how they played T.O.? You're talking about a former unified champion in a lightweight division, and they played that man by putting him in the Hulu theater. Yeah, T.O., I got to bring it up. They played you, man. They showed you, they taught you a lesson, man. They showed you the game. They had you fighting in the Hulu theater, bro. They had you in the Hulu theater. Hey, bro, do you think I still got it? They put you in the Hulu theater. Hulu. Why? Why did they put you in the Hulu theater, man? That was supposed to be your time to shine on the big stage. And they said, you know what? That's exactly why we put you in the Hulu theater. Because you just have shown the decline, man. That's all I'm saying there, T.O. You have shown a decline. How are you going to get that pay-per-view status? How are you going to get that big money check? And you're going to go in every fight of a big name that you're clout chasing as the B side. You're not going to be the A side in any of them. You're never going to be the A side against Tank. You're never going to be the A side against Crawford. Even though he has a short window remaining in his career, you're never going to be the one with the leverage. That moment that you had with Vasily Lomachenko is gone. How I was praising you for negotiating with Lomachenko, that moment has came and it has left the station there, T.O. It don't matter all the racist shit you try to, you're basically clout chasing a lot of people, like I say. You want to bite off freaking Ryan Garcia with some racist shit and then turn around and say, oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let the monkeys fight over the banana. Whatever monkey get the banana fight first. That's pretty good. Yeah. You know, it tells a lot about a human being, especially a young man that's in his 20s, that they have to resort to racism. And the people that you're projecting these aspersions toward are individuals that's not even thinking about you. Like, they're not even paying you any mind, but yet you have to put their name out there because you want to be a cheerleader for another fighter. So you're being the instigator. Now you become the antagonist because you want to include yourself into a situation that had nothing to do with you. That's all. That's exactly what T.O.'s been doing, y'all. He wants to include himself in a money situation, a big money fight that has nothing to do with him being one half of either opponent. He's not even included in the conversation. T.O. has such a long way to go to even be a main event, and he's walking in there making 20 million, 25 million. Have you made 10 million yet? You know, I heard them talking about Canelo on what they did, 650K and all those millions at the gate. Have they did that for you yet? Have you had the numbers come out on Teofimo Lopez yet? I want to see the numbers, bro. Where are the numbers going to put you in the running? When are you going to jump in the race so you can start having these big fights in your 30s? The very same person you criticizing, you're not going to really step up and have big fights on pay-per-view until you in your 30s? Is that what you're saying? I thought y'all was bragging about what you was doing in your 20s, bro. He did it at 25. He did it at 25. Now what next? It seems like your son is scared. He has to run to Eddie Reynoso and try to get the training. He seems scared. No, my son ain't never scared. That's your son. No, that's your son. Your son seems scared. Your son ain't never had no big pay-per-view that the numbers have people talking. We don't see that, y'all. Pay attention to what I'm trying to tell you about T.O. Man, T.O. next 3 years, depending on how many fights he have and who he fights, it's going to be extremely difficult for him unless he go in there and fight a big name fight. Unless he take the route where it could potentially build up a rivalry. You need something like Devin Haney had with George Kambosos. You need to go up there and fight a fighter twice. You need, like I told these other fighters, y'all need to establish a rivalry because your goddamn top 10 rankings, you can stop at number 6. The shit is not that deep. It's very shallow when it comes to these ranking systems. And when you talk about them, you have to find someone within your division to build up a rivalry so y'all can make money together. None of these cats are trying to damn fight more than once, bro. They trying to fight and move on to somewhere stupid, to an empty parking lot. And look at their belt all day. Oh, man, this is beautiful. Oh, let me go up to 7-Eleven and get me a big gulp. I want to celebrate my motherfucking win. They're not even trying to fight no rematch or no trilogy. In MMA and the UFC, you can get knocked out as a champion and get a fight. If you was a champion, you got your belt taken. They provide you the opportunity to return to the cage and fight to get your title back. Boxing, sometimes, Lennox Lewis was able to do it way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He was knocked out. He said, hey, I demand an immediate rematch. You know what I'm saying? Dillian White had the opportunity to do it when he got scorched by Povetkin. I want an immediate rematch. They finally figured out what he was talking about, so they said, okay, let's give Dillian White a rematch. It's not like it's impossible to happen. But for Teofimo Lopez, in the route that he's taken and the clout chasing that he's trying to dedicate most of his time to, you have bigger issues. And y'all just too stupid to just pay attention to it. Y'all just too stupid, man. I'm talking about him and his team. They're too stupid. 27 years old. The next 3 years is going to be crucial for him. It's going to be crucial, bro. Because they say they stayed at 135 too long. They got the 140. 140 is about to be too difficult for them to stay, right? So you're going to have all these cats moving up. Devin Haney, Teofimo, all these cats moving up sooner or later to 147. You have Brian Norman Jr. already there that will make up for a good, solid scrap, possibly a 2-fight deal. You know what I'm saying? A fight with agreement with a rematch clause in it. Style for style, that'll make an amazing fight. That'll make amazing a fight. But Brian's black, and Tio, if you look at majority of his fights, just pay attention. Let me help you out, cause WCS pay attention to shit like this. Hold on for a second. So, one thing to note: Steve Claggett, Jermaine Ortiz, Josh Taylor, Sandor Martin, Pedro Campa, George Kambosos, Vasily Lomachenko, Richard Comey, Masayoshi Nakatani, Edis Tatley, Diego Magnolino, Mason Menard, William Silva. I just stop right there. What do you see out of all those opponents, y'all? Let me tell you what it is. If you take Richard Comey, I know where Richard Comey is from. Okay? I'm just talking about his shade of skin. Richard Comey, and I think Jermaine Ortiz is mixed, biracial, whatever. He was born in the U.S., but you can obviously tell he's biracial. Okay? So, with that said, where I was trying to go with this is that in Tio's career, he hasn't really fought black fighters. You notice that? So I can understand how he's targeting them right now, because he hasn't really had the cojones to step up and face black fighters. He had Devin Haney, the opportunity with Devin Haney over there. He didn't want to do it. He definitely wasn't going to step in there and fight Tank. So if you look on there, he barely has any black fighters on his resume. So what make you think that he's going to step up here and face two monsters, man? Two fighters with knockout power. What make you think that Tio isn't bullshitting y'all? Once again, this man's resume tells you all that he ain't hardly fought no black fighters in this entire freaking 22 bouts in boxing. So are you trying to tell me it wasn't no fighters for him to fight? Are you trying to tell me that doesn't give you a clear picture of how he's trying to roll? He'll sit up here and fuck with Crawford and Tank and don't fight him. You know what I'm saying? He'll try to fuck with Crawford. You know why his mentality probably is the way it is? Because he'll say, oh, they don't sell. They don't sell. They don't sell. I haven't got the right one yet. They don't sell. No wonder he's trying to, face his first black fighter, you know what I'm saying, on the pound for pound list at the top of the damn chain of command hierarchy. He's trying to say, oh, I'm going to do something nobody else has did. I'm trying to clout chase Crawford at 27, and he'll be dumb enough to give me a fight. That's exactly what T.O.'s talking about. T.O.'s trying to believe that all he has to do is get in front of the right camera that'll listen to his bullshit and has enough followers, and so they can go up there and create some crazy bloviated title, and then he gets his shine. That's all. That's what he does. That's what he does. That's what he does, people. I'm not lying to you. That's what T.O. does. Shout out to Christopher White in the building, man. What's good with it, Christopher? How you feeling, bro? Hope all is well. Shout out to everybody that's on the in the chat. Stickin' Boys Fishing and Sports on deck, man. What it do? Shout out to TWT G5 Gabe in the building. What's good with it, Gabe? How you feeling, bro? Bud Gonna Stop Canelo said T.O. never fought a black American. Yes, sir. So you now know. You know I ain't lying, shouty. I ain't lying. I mean, I can sit up here and shred T.O. to pieces. You know what I'm saying? I even know shit from when I was with him, but I'm not trying to go there. You know, I had a very intimate media coverage back then with T.O. Been around his family. Those just boundaries I'm not gonna cross, man. You know? And then again, I might motherfucking change my mind. But his mother never did anything. His mother bought me a drink when we was all eating. Yes, she did. She was very nice. She was very nice. I can't, you know, it's not within my maturity scale to when we was all at the table. You know what I'm saying? We ate off after his fight and team went over there. Yeah, man, I went up there to cover. You know, even the ones who tried to lie on me and saying I went up there and freaking Errol Spence turned me down from it was a top rank card, y'all. When was Errol Spence ever signed to top rank? You know, but the haters gonna hate though. But you know, salute to his mom. You know what I'm saying? Salute his pops, cause truth be told, Sing ain't never been an asshole to me, bro. But you have to get this work if you think you're gonna call black men and you're gonna co-sign your son calling people, you know what I'm saying, making all those freaking monkey and banana comments and being disrespectful, knowing that Ryan Garcia has already been on there. So y'all just trying to say, okay, let's take turns. If you're willing to do it, I'm willing to do it. I don't give a fuck about them. You know, that's what it seems like to me, the mentality y'all have. Y'all are on this thing where it's an election year. You try to come out with a hat to say make boxing great again. That shit failed miserably. Then you got another brand out to my dad something. And you want to say it's sold out. Okay, cool. It is what it is. But what happened to the hashtag the takeover? The way these freaking pictures look on here, there, T.O., you know, the hashtag the takeover should turn to the hashtag the makeover. Because that's exactly what be going on when you leave your fights. You have all those bruises on your motherfucking face and you look like you need a makeover. You trying to hold back. But if he get out of line one more time, you got to expose that dude. See, my exposure is time release that Bud Gonna Stop Canelo. It's very much time release there, homeboy. For real, you got a time release. You just can't stack it up heavy. You got to hit them with them paper cuts and then squeeze lemon juice on their ass for no fucking reason. You know, the act, it looked a little crazy at first when I had a lemon in both hands. But he didn't feel the effect when he found out, God damn. That nigga was cutting me up the whole time. I didn't even know it. You gotta goddamn take your time on T.O. Don't rush it. This nigga ain't got shit going on, bro. T.O. don't have a motherfucking thing. What do you got going on? You take your time and goddamn drown this cat in that grease, man. Take time and cook his ass. You know, if I do too much too fast, Bud gonna stop Canelo. The nigga gonna start bleeding. And I'm not trying to have him bleeding all over the place. I want him to keep that blood because he gonna need it if he ever steps in there with Crawford. He gonna need all that fucking blood. So I'm not trying to hit him too hard where, you know, them little slits, you know, like the razor blade in the wind. Hey, T.O. start bleeding just off conversation alone. So I want him to have all his hemoglobin. I want him to have all his levels up. Vitamin D, C, you know what I'm saying, B12. I want your white and red blood cells to be great. You know what I'm saying? I want your blood pressure to be right. Because whoever you fight next, if it's Brian Norman Jr. or whoever, I want you to really have all your faculties in order. Because I can almost assure you, if you do fight Brian Norman, you're gonna have some slurred speech afterwards. Cause I'm gonna be putting a little bit of extra from behind the screen. I'm say, get that nigga up, hit that nigga. There you go, goddamn, hit that motherfucker, hit him again, goddamn it, stand his ass back up. Ref, he don't need no count. Goddamn, let these motherfuckers bang. He be lighting your ass up, boy. You know, hey, I'm gonna say it. I know for a fact Norman got more power than T.O. It just have to, the fight had to be smart. You have to fight a smart fight. But Norman has more power than T.O., bro. He has more power. He just has to be very methodical on how he lands his punch if they get the fight. But it doesn't seem like he want that smoke. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? He want his nutritionists to cook his food. He don't want to go out here and get the shit himself. He don't want to go out here and cook a big name and then put his name, so his name can be in the running for another big fight. Like, real talk. You know, people up here, you know, all these other Hispanics talking about they want to fight Crawford. Well, shit, I can throw T.O. I can say, if you want to move up to 54 first, fight an opponent that someone want to see you fight. Fight a Errol Spence Jr. Fight a Sebastian Fundora. You know, I would like to see you fight Madrimov. That's a good fight for you there, T.O. If you want to make your debut at 154, fight Madrimov so it can stump your ass in the ground. Have you up here sounding like motherfucking Scooby-Doo. You know, I like Scooby-Doo. How you sound like Woody the Woodpecker. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and fight Madrimov. Don't talk about size because you said it's skills, right? You said it's skills, right? That's what you said, it's skills. But y'all didn't want to give Crawford credit for the skills when Madrimov was much better. You said it was his, you know, his legs was gone, Madrimov was too big, and all that other shit. We're going to keep our eyes on T.O. because we already know that chin strap loose down the motherfucker. Don't worry about it. Him and his pops done talked it over. They don't want that goddamn Georgia peach. They don't want that Georgia peach splashing across their motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? And look, they blame Brian Norman for having some Georgia peach seeds in his gloves. He had some hard in there, some unbreakable in that motherfucker. Well, this is Georgia. They sell them peaches. I think I saw him eating on a peach, and then they shoved it up in the glove. I'm for sure of that. Go check his gloves. No, we already did that. There wasn't no tampering with the gloves. You just got your ass beat the fuck up down here in GA. That's where you should go. Bring your bitch ass down here to GA, nigga. With that black shit. Go ahead. If you want that goddamn pure vitriolic hate, come down to Georgia. Yeah. I know you and your dad don't want to come down here after the word gonna pass around. Oh, this was the nigga talking about banana peels? Okay. Bring your ass down to Georgia and fight Brian Norman in this motherfucker, bro. We would love to have you aboard. We would love to have you aboard. The last time you was down here, T.O., yeah, it was just, you know, some promo here, promo there with you and George Kambosos, but you didn't fight down here. And that was way prior to you, showing the black people that you ain't got no love for. So come back down here now. Yeah, I think that'd be a good time for you to, the controversy and everything. Y'all do good numbers. Come down to GA out your element and fight down here in Black Hollywood. Yeah, we want to see you. We want to see you talk that monkey shit and goddamn banana peel down here. Go, 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 go. Talk that bullshit, on the cameras and try to explain to all this black media down here. Oh, what I meant was no disrespect. I was just playing around. Some of my best friends are media down here in Atlanta. Some of my best friends are black and they're media down here. I didn't mean anything by it. And y'all, he didn't mean nothing by it. He'll be down the GA tomorrow. He didn't mean anything by it, y'all. He was just, look, check it out. I was just having a little fun. No, you better not say that. You better not say that. You better not say you was just having fun at the expense of black people. No, no. We're not any of those acts that you see in the circus. We're not any of that. You're not gonna say you was just having some fun. I dare you to say that shit down here. Say you was just bullshitting around. You know what I'm saying, with that monkey shit. Go ahead. Go down. Go. Let us know for real. See how the black boxing fans take you. Be at the press conference and say, yeah, I just want to make it clear I was just playing around. No, you better say, I just want to apologize to the black people, any of them that I may have offended and everything, but I meant nothing by it. Okay? I took the joke just a little bit too far and then shut it down. You start talking about, oh, I was just playing. I just thought it would be funny to say that. Okay. Okay. Got it. We got it. Man, I want to see Brian Norman stop this dude at 147. He just won't take the fight. Look, he want to be he want to be like Crawford so bad when Crawford activated his WBO to move up. He won't even activate his WBO to move up, man. He's trying to wait and see can Ennis get the job done so he can fight Ennis because he might believe that's a better fight, a more big money fight, or whatever the case. He might say, well, I know at least I have about 7 or 8 times to see Ennis lose focus. I might be able to win the fight that way. But with Norman, it'll be a tough fight, man. He understands Norman have power, legitimate punching power. So I want to see. I would love nothing, especially right now, to see Tio get knocked out in the A. Boy, I would be right there. I say, hey, I got the cover. I got to shoot ringside for this. Is it okay? All right, cool. I got to shoot ringside for this. I have to be ringside for this. Boy, you better hope your Honduran God, the Mayans, come to your aid, boy. You better hope if you get this fight come down here to the A. Boy, you already know I'm on the phone trying to get that motherfucking that spot so I can shoot from ringside. I want to see the blood. I want to see the pictures. I want to get those money shots to show your facial distortion. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that. I want to be able to remind you that I was there, T.O. I want to remind you that I made sure I sent out a lot of those pictures to some of my black boxing fans, homie. Yeah. I was doing what I was supposed to do, T.O. I just want to let you know I'm gonna try extra hard. We'd definitely like to see this fight down in the A. And if you're smart enough, you'll take the fight with Brian Norman down in the A because you've been shoved in the Hulu Theater when you should have been in MSG. You've been over there to Vegas. You've been everywhere else. Come down here to the A and bring all that fake black love that you have. Yeah, we really want to, see T.O. I mean, your boy Barrios. He's been down here. They love Barrios. But Barrios ain't talking that shit though. He ain't. You and him have totally two different personalities. I forget. I never can put you in the company of Barrios. He's way more mature. I mean, he don't have a personality though, but dude's way mature. Real talk. You know, we had Yorkis Gamboa down here. He was Cuban though. You know, we need a Honduran down here. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need that one Honduran that they talk about so much. That was once upon a time on the pound for pound list named Teofimo Lopez. We need that Honduran to come down here and represent. Cause I'm telling you that if you take that moment and you didn't see the punch coming, ding, ding, dong, dong, ding, ding, dong. Ding, ding, dong, dong, ding, 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 dong. You better not hear that motherfucking bell ringing, yo. And you getting up off that bitch talking about, what happened? It's over, son. It's over, son. No! What he hit me with? You don't want to know, son. God damn it. God damn it. Why the ref do me like that? They try to kill me. They try to fuck me over. That's what he tried to do. He started talking that Cambosa shit again. I thought I won up to the knockout. I thought I was winning 10-6. I thought I was winning. I thought I was winning 10-6. Damn. You sure nobody threw nothing in the ring? Damn. No banana peels. Yeah, man. You gotta have something to do with it. Tell T.O. to goddamn right down here in the A and see how it work out for him. We want to see that competitiveness. You know what I'm saying? We want to see that down here, bro. Come down here and give Brian Norman, you know, that fight card he been looking for down here heavy in the A. You know what I'm saying? T.O., you really want to prove you him and you plan on moving up to 147? You know, fight Norman coming off that. He got a fight coming up November. Fight him. That'd be a nice fight to have in the early part, first semester of 25. Yeah, you have through the year, New Year's to get drunk, eat, all that shit. Get to the New Year's to prepare yourself for 2025. Let's make that happen, people. Let's make that motherfucker happen. But I'm not going to spend too much more time, over an hour on this fool. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure he gets some more jokes. Y'all refer to Teofimo Lopez as Century Bob. Y'all know who Century Bob is? I'm going to show you. Just so you can understand what I mean. This is Century Bob right here, goddammit. T.O.'s a Century Bob because that motherfucker always getting hit in his motherfucking face. I'm going to share screen right here for this educational moment because T.O. is the modern day Century Bob. And there you go, people. Just pick your selection of what punching dummy that you need in your presence. This is a good look. Look just like T.O. Look how the face look like it's swelled up and you can barely, you know, the eyes are closed shut. Look at that. That's 2 Century Bobs right there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? How much you can get them for? You can get them for. They don't went up now since the first time I used to beat their ass. 300, you know, a little over 3.5, 5. You got the, you know, different tripod shit going on, and then you know, you got to pay some money for them. But that's who T.O. is right now. He's Century Bob of boxing. That nigga get hit up all the time. Goddamn donating the Red Cross any time of the day. That nigga can be having a dream about Cambosa putting the mitts on him and wake up and his motherfucking pillowcase is damped. All that shit. All that shit. Y'all remember when what's his name was drinking his piss? T.O. being there drinking his blood. That's why he be getting so fucked up. That nigga trying to change his life. Say, well, if I drink my blood, that will transform me into something of power. This nigga busy trying to be a vampire. But shout out to the hottest channel in MF and game, man. Love y'all. Thanks for y'all supporting the channel. If you so desire, support. YouTube has the Cash App, and also it has, you know what? It has the $ down there. So the Cash App is $ WC Sports. Much appreciate everyone pulling up to the chat. Appreciate you. I'm out. Peace.